Boom, boom. This is Ken. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, so we got Soul Land Reloaded up today. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on, and then we'll take a look at where we're at this point. So we do have an Awakening event up, which is really nice. So it's a chance to get some more of the essence, as always, to get this Deep Sea Sunken Silver. That's pretty much one of the main things that you want to use inside of the actual Awakening event, because you need these to actually complete awakenings on your character, which is it's a way to get it's pretty good BP. It's definitely a good way to power up characters. But it takes, once you start getting up, you can put 5 awakenings per piece of equipment. So whenever these event comes up, I'll show you just right now. I'm working on getting, of course, Seaguy Tanks up right now, and as you can see, getting into the last awakening here, it's taking 48 of these. Okay, this right here takes 48, but this also takes 3 of the actual things, but that's not difficult. But as you can see, you're going to need to completely, so you're going to need quite a bit of this the source. So anytime you can get it. Now you can extract it from previous characters, which is what I'll end up doing once I get to the point where it's a final awakening for him. I've got to get 3 of the actual weapons, and as you can see, I don't have enough tickets for that right now. So that's what's holding me back on doing him. But he's going to be the one I do a max awakening on. So yeah, focus on the event, get as many of them as you can. You can usually walk away with a pretty good handful. So and they do flash it up pretty often. And like I say, you can always pull it from another character, as I showed in a previous video. Let's just say you go into the character, choose which one you want, go into Awakening, hit this right here, Awakening, this button right here, and that will then click Confirm for 30, and it'll remove all the Awakening materials, and you can get back this the silver that you used on that character. So you can keep pushing it to the front. You want to make sure that you get as close to max Awakening as possible on the main characters in your team, the 4 main characters, whichever those may be. All right, so that's up. We've also got, of course, it's the weekend, so we've got the active wheel is up. Definitely want to make sure that you clear this out and make sure that you do get all of the rewards on the wheel as well. And since it is the weekend, of course, we also have the Super Monday event, so make sure that you do this over the weekend. It gives you some stamina as well as some materials. Mid-Autumn Festival, still got 4 days left in this little thing. It's a nice little bit. It's, again, same event as always, just under a different format. Okay, you're going to make sure that you do your check-ins. Get the actual, just by sweeping. So all you got to do is sweep. You should be sweeping at least 100 a day to complete the festival. But and then you use, this is what you get doing it, and then, use it. I'm going to spend a lot on the tickets and whatnot since I'm really running low on the tickets. So I'll pretty much be maxing out this purchase of tickets right here. That'll get me 4,500 right there, and 2/3 of the way to where I need to be to get the actual 3rd weapon for Seaguy Tanks. And of course you've got use the boom cakes here if you have anything inside of that to purchase. This is the the higher end, so you're not going to see many of those. You can see you have to pay for those. So we won't be participating in this particular fixture, but you can get enough right here. I just don't see the need to purchase just to get some more shards. I mean, just to speed things up. You get the shards regularly throughout, so I don't see the need for that. Now, you can get some more of those items here if you want to spend some diamonds. If you come up a little bit short on getting all of the materials that you want, you can buy a little bit more here. But we still got 4 days for this, so there's no use purchasing anything right now unless you need it urgently. Wait until you're at the end and then purchase what you need at that time. Having to festival, of course, you should be completing this each day, because this normal mode right here will net you the materials that you need to actually do the divine skills on your SS character. You want to still focus on those the characters, because the SS characters, you can keep getting them up. You can keep cracking up their divine skills, and it enables you to make them a little bit stronger. Okay, by completing these divine skills, maxing these out, those skill, it then goes up into the handbook and you can get huge BP jumps in here, huge BP jumps. So because it affects the entire team when you upgrade something in here. So you definitely want to focus on getting those, so you can continue ranking up the characters and continue to get the team. It's I guess it's more like an account buff because it affects the whole thing. But you can get several million BP jump just from doing that. So you definitely would work on those divine skills. Even though you're not using them, just max out the divine skills. Okay, SS shards are fairly easy enough to get at this point. Pretty much all of the events will have them, and then of course you can get them in the events. They'll always have an SS chest now. No, not SS plus, but SS chests are good. Okay, Zoo King's concert. That's as you know, keep on that as well. So we've got the Phoenix Wings Soar up here. As always, you want to purchase the shards right here. As you can see, we're 15 away from, so the next time they have this event out, you'll be able to actually create this item. And then there's a bunch of other SS Plus. Anytime you see an SS Plus chest, jump on it. Because it's not something they offer very often. Okay, but usually whenever there's a new event or an event for a hidden weapon, there'll usually be some shards, a chance to get a chest that has shards for your other hidden weapons, the SS Plus hidden weapons, which is what you want to do. Because focusing those, it's a little bit, takes a lot longer to level those up, the SS Plus weapons, and SS Plus in any type of format. So you got to make sure that you take and see, analyze everything that they have so that you're able to make a good purchase. And as always, the time limited buy, which here is our favorite event inside of one of our favorite events inside of this game, because you just get so much stuff and you get it at discounted prices. So it's definitely something that you want to purchase. I did not. I think I got that. Yeah. This is an excellent deal, so I want to buy all those. This is a pretty good deal too. Awful expensive though, so I would not buy a lot of those. That's a pretty steep price just for 5. So I'm not exactly sure what's up with that. I think they got that wrong. I think that probably should be 10, actually, because 330 would be closer to what I would look for in terms of 10 of them, not 5. So I'm not exactly sure what's up with that. So, but we're at our max at this point. So the discount it has maxed at 70. It ends at 70. So you can't go any higher. So, but if you need some essence, it might be something you want to look at. But I've got enough essence for right now, so it's not something I'm going to look at. The rest of the stuff is stuff that you can get inside of shops or events. But if you need it right now, you can go ahead and grab it. But definitely get this, because like I say, they don't throw these up very often. As I've already said, in Doomstones, they become exceedingly important once you start getting in higher levels, because this is all you're looking for in terms of enlightening your soul bones. So you want to make sure that you have those. I've already got all this stuff maxed out, so it's really not useful in terms of that. Plus, I think that's a little steep just for 5 shards. It'd be okay on an SS or an SS Plus, but not for something that's SS. That seems awful high, because here they've got SS. This is S. This is SS. I mean, it's exactly the same price. Yeah, so that's a little misleading there. Same with this. This is S and this is SS. So I'm not exactly sure why they're pricing them the same. This you want to snatch up. This is SS Plus. So you definitely want to get that. And then, of course, always just purchase this stuff. Because that's going to be needed when the next character comes out. So in reference to our next character, it's going to be Wu. Now, the Wu event will be returning here. Let's go ahead and talk about this right now so we can get everything out of the way. Now, you'll see that you should have the 90. This is from the initial Wu event. You got the 50 that you could purchase, and then the 40 that you earn through the normal, doing 100 summons, or 100, running 100 levels inside of, so you just sweep 10, until you got 100. So you should have 90. Now, the event's going to pop up again here next week, probably the end of next week, most likely. And they're going to give you 20 more shards. and it's going to be the White Rabbit event. Okay, it's going to say White Rabbit, and just like the previous event, and there'll be a chance you get 20 shards in a chest. Okay, there'll be just purchase it, 20, bam. Okay, now that'll give you 110. And they're also going to have money that you can spend to purchase more shards for her, so that you can summon her right now. Don't, because in another 2 weeks they're going to have another event, and they're going to give you a Soul Master sale chest that will have the remaining 20 shards in it. I've got all the characters, and I haven't spent a cent on this game. I haven't spent nothing, and I've got all of the characters, and I've got most, maxed. They're all maxed out, and most for the most part. I mean, still running a little bit behind here, but as you can see, I just brought Tang Ho's up. He's up to +4. So I'm working on, I'm working on these three right now. He has been set into the team. Is he overpowered? Not quite as overpowered as I think everyone who was taking that he was overpowered was referring to the fact that he was they probably might not have had a lot of SS plus characters, so they stuck him in the team. And but he's powerful. Definitely one of the most powerful characters in the game. I don't see where he's overpowered. You will see the skills and stuff. That you will see some of the skills when he procs. He does do quite a bit of damage. There is no doubt about that. The Millennial Space right here, okay, deals physical damage equivalent to 20,000% of attack to all enemies one time. Okay, you will know when this procs. The most notable way that you will know that it procs is the fact that, for instance, inside of the sec boss, when you're doing the boss, you'll see a jump. You'll be doing like 52 trillion damage, and all of a sudden you'll see bam. You'll see it jump up to like 62 in just like in an instant, and that's that skill procking. So you will know when it procs. I don't see it to be that overpowering as such, but yes, I have increased. I went from about 6. I went from roughly between 58 to 62 trillion damage on the boss to now I'm up to almost 70, and I actually think I hit 70 today. I think I hit 70 today in the boss. Yeah, 3 times at 219, so divide 3 into that. Yeah, I think that's just at 70. So I hit 70 on that 70 trillion, and I did 3 times for 219 trillion. But yeah, so definitely powerful. Did see an increase, doing a lot more damage. So he's definitely a character that you want to consider. I like the team where it's at, and continue to buff it up. I think we're in pretty good shape at this point. Now remember the Woo event that comes out. Get those 20 shards, create her, and then after that, well, things will change after that because we're coming out with the Triple S characters. So we're going to have to do several formats on that. Make a determination as to whether or not that's something that we'll see what it's going to do. Most of the people that I've spoken to who play on the Chinese server, they said that they haven't really seen any issues. Much, a little bit more in terms of actual required S shards to actually do the enhancements and whatnot, but that's expected. The characters are going to be a little bit more powerful, so of course you're going to want to make. They're going to be a little bit harder to enhance up. That's just given. But there doesn't seem to be much in terms of equipment wise and or any of that type of format. So I think there's not going to be much of a change. So I think it's still going to be an excellent free-to-play game. And it's a game that you could spend 30, 40 minutes on, or it's a game that you can spend a couple hours playing. It has a lot, as you can see. It is your standard red dot game. Meaning they'll throw a red dot on everything that should quote be looked at. But it's not really to do enough to get your daily hit and the tasks. It's not that difficult. Okay. It takes me about 35 to 40 minutes to do to get enough points. You only have to get for daily. You only have to get 370 points, but You can get, as you can see, I have 445. So you can leave 7 or 8 of these things open and still have enough to get the final chest, which is what you want to get because that has the actual awakening key in it, which is something that you want to try to get, as that's a really good reward and is always useful. You know, getting awakening chests keys is something that should be a major focus, simply because of the fact that this is where you get a lot of the higher mats at for uh, uh, enhancements. So you really need to have a good look inside of here. So I'm going to be pulling on some more of that today. Another thing, just to remind, never ever do one pull on this, except for the free daily that you get. Always make sure that when you do a pull, it's always 10, because at 10 you automatically get a deep sea sunken silver awakening. So you always want to make sure that you always pull 10 when you pull it. Okay, so if if you've only got 7 left, don't pull. Wait until you've got 3 more. Wait 3 days, because if you get one, and then do the pull, because that will get you to 10. And then when you pull it, you're guaranteed to get a piece of DC sunken silver. Okay, so always do that. There's an event right now up. I had like 170 some, so I pulled on that. So now I'll go back and I'll take a look at the event. Time limit event, awakening exchange, and go to the awakening chest. And I need to do 5 more to get 1,000. And that's something that I want to do because, like I said, I'm trying to get as much of these tickets as I can. I've got a diamond bag in that. But see, each time you pull a 10, you'll get a piece of deep sea sunken silver right here. Okay, so yeah, always pull 10. And it's nice that they give you the little counter right here, if you can see, that tells you exactly how many you're in close to the event. So I know I need to pull 15. So I know I need to pull once more. Okay, so I know I'm finished now. So that's, and I pulled a 15. So when I go back, I'll see the event, and I'll be able to claim that. Now I'm not going to pull for this because I have to do another 5, and that's, I don't have enough. I don't have enough keys for that, so I'm not going to go ahead and waste them. I'll hold on to the remaining for the chest pulls to the next one. Okay, and then when the next one comes out, I'll be doing, because I'd have to do another 10 pulls, and you can see I can only do another 2 pulls. You need 50. If I had 50, I'd be able to do another 10 pulls and be able to get it. But yeah, so I hold on to these. They'll come out with Awakening Exchange event and soon, and I'll be able to, I'll have those from there. So you don't have to use everything. Hold on to what you got and make sure that you can always pull 10 pull from within there. 2 Shards event is up today, so any type of event that you run inside of the elites will get you 2 Shards. Also, you get, so keep that in mind. That's not the 2 material event. I'm waiting for that to come around, simply because of the fact that I need to get, I need to, for tanks, I need to get some, I need to get 100 of these. I already used the first set, so I need to get 100 of these right here. I think I can go ahead and pull this. I think I got 10 sweep. Yeah, I got a 10 sweep on this. So go ahead and do that. Another king, sweep that. To get the chest. And then go back to synthesis right here, and I can now break through that. But I have to do this one before I can take it to the 4. So this is going to be the longest thing. So I'm waiting for, there should be a 2-day, there should be a 2 Soul Ring event when you get double mats, and when I do that, that's when I'll pull on it a lot of times. And that's when, I'll be able to get, at least in that there, but I'll probably be able to get like 30 or 40 of them. And so it takes a really long time to get those rings. That's definitely your gate, so to speak. That and your level, because you can only, as you can see, you can only level up certain ones. For instance, Tangho is now up to 4, but I can't proceed. I'm only level 99, so I can't proceed on some of these until I get into like 103. So it's going to be a long time before I'm able to bring him to 5. I won't be able to bring him to 5 until I'm at level 103. because that's the highest level. Yeah, top 103. I can't bring him to 5, so he is maxed as far as he can be maxed at this point. I mean, I could focus on the little ones or twos, but you know that's not that's going to be piddly in terms of BP. I will end up doing that once I've gone through all my main characters and I get to the point where I can't plus bring any of them up to a breakthrough. I'll go back and start doing the singulars. Okay. Um, that's what I did with her. I've done, I've started doing the singulars to get her up to 4 that I had to match for. So that's what I do. But for the time being, I'm just focusing on making the major breakthroughs. So focusing on the ones where I can actually do a +1 breakthrough on any of the characters. That's the way you can keep your characters near max at all times, and that's what you're trying to do. So that's where we're at this point. So as you can see, I'm 1954. So by the time we get Woo, I should be very close to breaking the 2,000 million, or 2 trillion, as you want to say, the 2 trillion mark in character BP. And that's it's slower than other characters. There's characters out there, with 10 trillion probably, but I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars playing it. I just don't see the need to spend that. It's all right if you want to spend a few dollars, but please, there are other games out there, and they're all free to play. The ones I focus on are free to play. You're not going to see any game that's pay to win on this channel, as I've said numerous times before. All right, so again, we're looking pretty good. So definitely get in there. Make sure you grab everything for this. Okay, and when the Wheel of Ink comes up, of course, we'll be doing an actual video on that. But for right now, time limit group buy. There's some stuff in there to snatch this up. This is going to be going on for another. When's it in? Ends on the 13th, so we got 3 more days. Okay, so I'm keeping my diamonds at around 15 because I'm going to be purchasing more stuff inside of here. Plus, this is ending, so tomorrow we're going to have another thing up, so I want to make sure that I have enough to participate in that as well, and we'll have to see which way it goes from there. Because what I mean, they throw up these events. What they do is they tandem time some of these events, and you can literally need 10,000 diamonds if you want to purchase everything that you need. And it really upsets me to not actually have it. So I like to go, whenever event closes, I like to have between 10 and 15 in stock, so that if they throw up a double Soulbone event and then throw up the Forge at the same time, I'm able to do everything that I need to do without having to worry about not having enough diamonds. And you can regenerate diamonds fairly fast. So I've gotten down to 3,000 diamonds before. It's not that big a deal. Usually within a couple of days, I'm back up to 10. So it's not that problem. They give you diamonds in all the events, dailies. If you're doing your dailies and doing everything, when you log on the next day in the morning, you'll get another 2,000 just from your rankings, from all of the rankings, from all of the the rankings that you should be maintaining. Which I need to actually do that. I've been very lax on my rankings because I've had a lot going on. As you can see, I like to keep all my rankings below 100, and I'm not. So I need to go focusing on this. So that's something I'll do this weekend now that I've got some time. I'll drop all these and get them all back below. I did the arena yesterday. That's why, but this should be lower. I can get this down to in the 20s now. The server merge is over. So we had a bunch of people come in. Is why this changed. They did the server merge, so now there's a whole nother rank of server people from the other server in this server now. So there's a bunch of people I've got to jump ahead of. So, but I haven't had time to do it this week because this week was a little bit busy. But I'll knock it out this weekend. I'll probably take care of it tomorrow morning, and I'll get these back down to where they should be. But just keeping the rankings as high as you can, and in the morning when you log on, you'll get 2,000 or so diamonds just from your whole, maintaining your rankings and stuff. So try to get as high as you can, and keep an eye on it. This is the sweep method that you can use. You just, hit complete, and it'll automatically sweep it 10 times, and you'll maintain your ranking and get all the rewards for doing it. But you need to occasionally go into it and actually, jump ahead of the people, especially now that the server merge has been completed. So it's something you have to keep an eye on. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's all I've got. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Of course, once you subscribe, click on that bell. You'll get notified each time I drop a video. And also, remember to like and share the video, as that does help the channel. and it increases the likes and views. The YouTube algorithm just loves whenever you like a video. All right. So again, thanks a lot for watching. This is Kenry coming at you from the corner, signing out.